It is a fine afternoon here in the Hardee's National Series here for the round of Hawaii, but really in this case, the LCQ awaits 32 drivers to and fro, whether you're from the Sony Cup Series, a regular in the Hardee's National Series, or even a regular in the Napa Truck Series. This is an opportunity to showcase your worth, and for those in the Go Home session, an influx of Cup guys that are looking to spoil the party, but even other drivers looking to try and impress and turn some heads here when it comes to making the main event. Top 12 will advance in via just racing your way in. 11 laps of action. Due to the increased field, Hardee's officials have increased the lap count. So it'll be very interesting to see how these drivers will go to and fro and what the aggression rate will be, because the desperation is certainly going to be there for tonight. Otherwise though, let's get to the starting grid. Don't want to keep you guys waiting for too long. Row 1 consists of defending champion Anthony Marchese with Shade Eves on his outside. Sean Ard, surprising qualifying effort for the Fitzwater Racing Team, starting third in this LCQ, with Tip Foster continuing to showcase the prowess that the 47 car has. He's found some gold here so far in Hawaii, and right now he's in a very good spot starting fourth. DJ Curtis, two-time Sony Cup champion, starting in fifth, with Chris Stodd showcasing some really good road course races in the past as of late in sixth. Brandon Beal will start in row 4 on the inside. Jake West, 2018 Hardee's National Series champion, on his outside. Ryan Dagby looking to gather up some good impressions, starting in the 9th position. And Amanda Evans looking to try and make a race once again, starting in 10th. Eric DeMax did not have the best of group qualifying in terms of going into his favor. He starts in 11th, and Matt D'Elia will be beside him here. Two Joseph Suzuki Racing cars sitting in rows 4 and 6 respectively, both on the outside line. Nick Breeding rounds out row 7 here alongside James Ellison. Breeding looking to make the most out of his Rodriguez Racing starts. Ellison looking to really turn his season around. Austin Rogers starting in row 8 alongside Ryan Griffin, and Griffin himself has had a discomfort around road courses. Let's see what he can do here tonight. Justin Johnson sits in row 9 alongside Tyler Commons, and Commons, with the starts he's made, has shown some great speed here and there and some good results. Could he also really bring along some good faces? That too will remain a mystery here until the green flag. 2017 champion Dylan Schwalmberg starts in the 19th position. Peter Onjak alongside him in 20th. Austin Miller, the youngster, 21st alongside another youngster, Vince Freeze, the Watkins Glen winner back in 2019, sitting in that 22nd position. Ryan Reed sits not too far behind, and Charlie Smith starting in 24th. In row 13 sits Stras DePire and Kyle Collins for the Gatlin Downey Incorporated team. Gatlin Downey, one of those few teams also trying to make their debut here this year in the Hardee's National Series. JD Martin sitting in row 14 alongside Allison Rain for the Fitzwater Racing team. Kyle Springer for Crossroads there, sitting in row 15 alongside Rubino Gonzalez for the Red Stallion Racing Organization. A lot of teams here in the back, some new, some familiar, also looking to try and gather up some track position. Last but not least, you got the final row of Lars Van Schaik and Dylan Young sitting in row 16, and this showcases a whopping 32 cars in the event. And again, as noted, the top 12 will advance, and let's see who that top 12 could be. Could be anybody in this grid. Anything can happen within a span of 11 laps, but let's get over to trackside to see all the action unleash. Field ready to go, prepped up for the green flag as the pace car hits down pit road. Anthony Marchese, defending champion, up front with Shade Eves on his outside here, and the top 12, as noted, will make it in if they can race their way in. Green flag in the air. We're underway here for 11 laps of the last chance qualifier. And already down into turn 1, Eves not giving up, already looking to get a good surge on the first lap. And look at how strong that Wyndham machine is, and up front, Eves immediately to the point. Marchese files back into second, but Tiv Foster now on the defense from Dodd and West. Dodd driving a little bit wide here, but here they come towards the plethora of corners here. This is a very tricky sector, and we've seen drivers make mistakes there in the past, and last year we saw what happened with the Fitzwater cars, where both of them look to be in a prime spot. And now looks like everybody actually able to get through it quite cleanly, and that is just what we want to see. Everybody still alive so far in the first lap. And Tip Foster, though, still under attack from Jake West, but West looks like he might file back in line. Ard, though, holding his ground so far, with DJ Curtis, Brandon Beal, Ryan Dagby, and Eric DeMax, though, all looking to put the pressure down on all these youngsters. A lot of Sony Cup veterans, and even some of the Napa Truck Series drivers. A lot of them just have nothing to lose, and they're just really here to have a good time and gather up some experience here on the racetrack. And Eric DeMax, though, getting challenged by Nick Breeding in the 20. Remember, Breeding with some select races with the Rodriguez camp, so really going to have to make the most out of what he can do in that number 20. Eric DeMax with Curtis Racing for this event and for future events this year. And you see Ryan Dagby, though, he's going to try and peak to make it 3 wide, but backs off of it here as Brandon Beal, though, going to sail it down the inside of Ard, and Ard, though, going to get plenty of space now, and here they come towards the final section of corners, and Ard able to really get the corner out, and good exit speed he's going to go, but lap number 1 going to come to an end. Eves up front, Marchese second, Dodd in third, top 3 already on their little island here, with Foster and the number 16 of Jake West, the 2018 champion, off to a wondrous start, looking to crack himself a top 4 finish, but again, really, no matter where you finish in the top 12, you will be able to qualify with the main pack of cars. But speaking of a pack of cars, look at Ard and Beal side by side. Eric DeMax, the Ryan Dagby on the outside, just several rows deep. They are double filed. And Ard, though, man, a little bit of a tight corner here. Beal's going to drive it a little bit wide, and here comes Dagby, though. He's just going to follow right behind the number 99. And here they come side by side. This is all for the 7th position. And Ard, oh, he's actually going to get turned. And then on the wall, he's going to go. Brandon Beal, an innocent victim as well. And 2 cars that were in the top 10, 7th and 8th respectively, knocked out of it just like that. And that is going to reshuffle everything in the top 12. Matt DeLeo was in the 12th spot, but now just add +2. That puts, I believe, Dylan Schwallenberg now in the transfer position. So all these other guys, they gotta get their game on. They gotta catch them if they want to put themselves into a prime spot. Onjack trying to get around Ellison, and Vince Freeze also just kind of lurking right behind the number 23, but again, still plenty of laps left. Ryan Dagby, though, now getting hustled by Nick Breeding, and Breeding gonna try the outside group this time around, and Jake West continuing to put on the pressure on Tip Foster, but Eric DeMax, though, just going to watch these two go at it. Ryan Dagby, though, going to be hard on the defensive. He knows, despite where he finishes, he will make it in. But Eric DeMax, though, going to put the pressure down as Nick Breeding just swiftly passed the number 32 without much of an issue. DJ Curtis up front, though, trying to also make a move on Jake West in the 16. So a lot of battles to and fro, but it looks like a lot of the back half of the field very much single file. Peter Onjack, though, he's also trying to get a move on here. He needs to get around Amanda Evans if he wants to really catch Dylan Schwallenberg and the gang up there. But with those guys battling it out in front of him, this also could be a very, very good opportunity for Onjack to really catch up. So he's really got to depend on just these two just constantly brawling it out, or really just the guys in front of him maybe to even mess up. So don't count that out just yet, as West went a little bit wide and Tip Foster able to get a little bit of breathing space and distance, with DJ Curtis putting the pressure down on that number 16. But James Ellison, though, he's wanting to make a move around Amanda Evans, and will he go to the outside here? A little bit of a fancier groove. He's gonna go in the Dollar General car. Ellison knows his car is pretty quick. Patrick Smith has had a very good season in contrast to Ellison's, but ooh man, look at the bottle up that the 65 put in on Vince Freeze. Really blocked his momentum, and that's gonna allow Justin Johnson to go to the outside of Amanda Evans' Chevrolet, and look at the move Johnson's able to make, and now he's gonna set his eyes on James Ellison. So a lot of battles to and fro, and look how stacked up this field can get in a heartbeat. But Shade Eves, though, sitting up front. They were all side by side, in just a matter of just when that contact was going to occur. And when everybody's bunched up together, one person makes a mistake or someone gets very ambitious, and looks like Dagby just clips the quarter panel of Sean Ard here. And oh man, it's just a really bad angle to hit the 99, and then the 36 and the 99 just go careening into the wall. Big licks for both of them, but well, luckily they're able to climb out of their cars. I really lost words there. So Mind my lack of articulation, but big licks for the both of them though. They're a-okay. Curtis with a run on West, but West still right behind the back bumper of Tib Foster's car, but here he goes, moved down to the inside, and Tib has to get out of the way a little bit there, and that's going to allow Nick Breeding with a full-on head of steam to utilize it to the best of his advantage, and now he's going to send it down the inside, and now they're side by side, 2 rows deep, and the 2 Dodges going at it here. West and Foster have been sparring throughout this race so far, but look at Curtis all over the back bumper. West's going to drive it a little bit wide, and here comes Breeding's attack, and Curtis rubbing fenders here, and both of them able to hold on to it here, but looking back up front though, ooh man, Anthony Marchese with a run on the outside line, and here he goes for the race lead, and looks like Anthony Marchese's gonna come out on top, and that 46 car so quick here, was so fast for a reason. Right now it seems to be the case in terms of track position, and Chris Dodd though not too far behind, but again these guys I think they're just really trying to test the limits of their race cars here, and in a way being in this LCQ event is beneficial, could help them in the main event here, especially for drivers like Marchese. He's also trying to gather up some good momentum as of late. Chris Dodd, all these other Cup guys as well that are currently in a very good spot, as DJ Curtis looking to try and gather it around Nick Breeding, but Breeding playing hard to get here because here comes Eric DeMax in the number 4 with a good run on the inside of the 54, and here comes DeMax right back to the inside, rolls it there, and able to swiftly pass the 54 there. Quick maneuver from DeMax, and that really comes to showcase the road course expertise a lot of these drivers have, and a lot of regulars though in general doing very good here so far. Tib Foster, he's been having a season to forget, but even so he is holding his ground well so far, but all these other guys just as hungry as that 47. They too want to make it to the main event, and well, they are right now, but gathering up some track position, learning their cars the best in terms of race pace. That is what they're going to get aggressive for. They're going to try and experiment with what they've got with their race cars, what they need to fix for the upcoming event. And Nick Breeding though going to try and dive it down, but to no avail, and he's going to back it right up. And Eric DeMax though, he is just sitting right behind the 20 and all these other guys to see if he can calculate a move past those 3 cars. But Jake West though, he's going to go outside of Tib Foster. Foster though, his car kind of fading a little bit here because there's been more and more drivers been able to catch that 47 car, and right now Jake West, he is going, and might be gone because look at the run he's able to get into the corner. He's going to go, oh man, a little bit close there. Eric DeMax and Foster nearly sideswiped each other, and Eric DeMax is just going to get past both Breeding and Foster simultaneously, and that is +2 for the number 4, and Eric DeMax's car looking very, very fast at the moment. But Ryan Dagby, look at Matt DeLeo and all these other guys, and you see here Austin Rogers in danger of losing the transfer spot here. Dylan Schwalberg's been able to make some forward progress, but look at Peter Ronjak, his teammates looking so fast right now. He is able to get past the number 5, and Austin Rogers is going to lose out. Peter Ronjak, he's going to come in, but James Ellison, don't count him out as well. Oh man, late dive to the inside, and they almost made contact, and James Ellison's car also starting to come to life near the halfway point of the event, but he's going to have to back off, and that is going to really cost him a little bit of time. But I think Ellison knows his car is faster than Austin Rogers' car for the moment. But all these other guys, you see Justin Johnson, Vince Freeze, oh, they're so far back though. Ryan Griffin's car to nowhere in the event. We expected that 86 car to look fast. Ryan Reed, another guy. A lot of big teams struggling still. Dylan Schwalberg though wanted to make a move to the inside of Matt DeLeo, but really couldn't. Eric DeMax though, on the other hand, he's going to try and do the exact same thing, maybe with moderate success. And now Jake West though, he's going to fight right back. DeMax wide corner, he's going to go, just clips the grass a little bit, but he's going to slide up the hill though, not as reckless, or not really going to rub fenders with the 16, but now he's going to have a huge shot down to the outside groove here. And Eric DeMax though, let's see what he's got outside. He's going to go Breeding. He's just going to commit and follow right behind the number 4. Both of them know their cars are faster, and it looks like Breeding and DeMax might win out on Jake West. So West is going to lose out here with 2 positions lost. Tib Foster though, he's trying to hold on for his dear life here because More and more cars. Here comes Curtis, the late dive to the inside. Foster gives him plenty of space. And now DJ Curtis wanting to put himself up to the 7th position, trying to go further and further up the ladder to try and secure this 54 car into the main event. But Ryan Dagby not too far behind. Matt DeLeo, Dylan Schwallenberg, Peter Onjak though still holding on. But here you go, Tim Foster though, he has been getting attacked left and right. Ryan Dagby now to the inside, just got past the 47. Foster might have used his tires up, so he's going to be in really big danger because all these other guys, they've been able to really catch him at such a high rate of speed. And you see the top 3 there just so far gone. But Eric DeMax though now leading the artillery of cars in terms of 4th on back. But these guys, they're starting to settle themselves into a rhythm. But right behind him though, the transfer spot still as ferocious as ever. Dylan Schwallenberg's just trying to get into the top 10 at this rate. He's been going. His car's been looking very quick in the latter half of this race. But now the gap widening between 12th and 13th. So Austin Rogers losing some ground. James Ellison trying to gain some ground in the process. And we're starting to see just some of these drivers use their stuff up. And Ellison gonna go wide here, and that's gonna cost him. But late dive to the inside though is gonna allow Rogers to slide up the hill a little bit. But Peter Onjak's car is starting to come to life. DeLeo gonna send it down to the inside of Foster. Foster's gonna have to play hard on the defense. Schwallenberg though inside of DeLeo, backs off of it, but now he's gonna try and go to the outside of him. But Peter Onjak on the other hand gonna go to the inside. Big attack there from the 6, and Peter sitting 12th right now, gonna put Schwallenberg, trying to move him back down the order. And now Schwallenberg side by side with his fellow Toyota compatriot, and the 2 of them almost rubbing fenders. Onjak though gonna have the straight line speed, gonna have the exit off the corner. And Schwallenberg now going to be in danger. He's on the 12th position in the final transfer spot. And all these guys up front, they are just trying to keep a rhythm down, trying to run away and make minimal mistakes as possible. But Onjak, though, now he's got to run away from Schwallenberg. Schwallenberg, on the other hand, has got to run away from Austin Rogers. And Rogers is not too far behind the number 51 car there. Had a little bit of a stroke, but James Ellison though, also don't count him out. He is just working behind these drivers. Also might have saved his stuff here because he's been able to reel in these cars to and fro. But Tim Foster though, his car fading in this race so far. Not looking too pretty is that 47. And now Peter Onjak's got his eyes on Matt DeLeo. Inside he's gonna go. Schwallenberg just gonna watch these 2 brawl it out. And there goes Onjak. A little bit of a wide corner there. Schwallenberg gonna back off a little bit here. And Matt DeLeo gonna go a little bit creative. Outside he's gonna go. And Tim Foster though, he's just gonna block every lane he can. He knows his car isn't as quick as the number 11, but all these other guys, they know they are faster than Foster. But all these other guys though, you see Ellison, you see Rogers, Vince Freeze though, he's gotta get a move on. Justin Johnson, the exact same. All these other guys, they need to hope that Foster's car is fading and it bottles up the whole field. And man, you see Matt DeLeo late lunge to the inside, gonna sail it down underneath Tim Foster. And Peter Onjak, will he try and follow in the footsteps is the real question, but looks like he just didn't have the good exit to really support that. But now Matt DeLeo though, good run on the outside. Onjak though, all over the back bumper of Foster. And Schwallenberg though, he is right behind him. He's actually going to make it 3 wide. What a dive down to the inside. Schwallenberg, Foster getting shoved off the road by Onjak. And here they go, side by side. How they managed to keep themselves onto the racetrack is beyond me, but really Onjak's going to come out on top. Schwallenberg gets a spot out of it. But Tim Foster, though, going to be the big loser. He's going to lose out. And now James Ellison going to make a move down to the bottom of the racetrack on Rogers, but not able to get anything on him. But now only 3 laps to go in the event. And Tim Foster now going to have to block Rogers and Ellison this time. Peter again going to make a move to the inside of Matt DeLeo. And this mid-pack just so intense. The battle for the transfer so ferocious, and a wide corner goes Matt DeLeo. Onjak had to get on the brakes and almost lost in the process. And now he has got his eyes in, and Schwallenberg, they rub fenders there. and able to hold on to it. Schwalbenberg very gracious with Onjak for the time being, but I don't think Schwalbenberg's gonna like how Peter's cutting him off. But let's see here, McDeleo, Schwalbenberg, all these guys, they're just so aggressive that they know they've got to run away. And Peter again gonna go to the inside of McDeleo. He knows his car is faster than this 11, but McDeleo's playing hard to get here. And DeLeo's car just so strong off the corner. He's able to really park it in the corner so well. But Tim Foster, all these guys there hoping a mistake is made. But oh man, Foster wide corner there. Rogers though, will he capitalize? So far, no in this case. But look at Vince Freeze. He's actually clocked in a faster lap time, way quicker than the guys up there. So Vince's car has definitely come to life. And Justin Johnson, though, just kind of a little bit of a mip from that 82, and all the way back, you see Griffin, J.D. Martin, Ryan Reed, Tyler Commons, Austin Miller, all these guys so far back, Kyle Collins, T.J. Smith, all these, or Kyle Springer, excuse me, all of them so far in the back. Doesn't look like they're going to make it in whatsoever, but Austin Rogers, though, he's trying to make it a reality. Inside, he's going to go. Tim Foster, he's going to have to really get a good corner here, but Rogers going to send it down into turn one. But Tibbs got the power down off the corner, and he's able to really fend off for another day with 2 laps to go in the event. Onjak again inside of McDeleo. DeLeo not giving him any kind of slack. And here they go once again through the plethora of S's, and Onjak again a wide corner. Schwalbenberg just waiting to make an inside move on Onjak, and now he's got his eyes on the 6, but Onjak outside, he's gonna go, but here he goes outside, but oh man, not able to really get anything. Schwalbenberg not able to get much, but look at the run. Onjak's able to transfer down the straightaway. Able to gonna try and side draft him coming into the corner. McDeleo though, again, this is kind of deja vu from the preceding lap. DeLeo though gonna fight back strong, but Onjak actually in a really good sector there, but will Dylan Schwalbenberg make the dive down? Yes, he will. Onjak, though, outside, but Rogers also going to try the outside here, this time on Tim Foster. So now this is go time for Austin Rogers. He has set him up beautifully here, and if he can pass him, this will be a momentous move of the race for this 5 team. James Ellison, though, going to try and go down the inside of Rogers, who in turn tried to make the move on the 47, but Foster able to hold his ground well. And now James Ellison's got to get around Rogers. He's going to do it. James Ellison's up to 13th, and now he is on the mission to chase down Tim Foster's 47. The white flag in the air. One more lap to go. You see the leaders side by side up there. Marchese and all these other guys trying to get to him here, but looks like Eves is not going to be able to really get the corner down. But you see here the battle for the transfer is on. Ellison versus Foster. And here goes that 23 S3 trying to get all 3 cars in the event. And Rogers out of shape off of one, but able to hold on to it. Side by side here, this is huge. Ellison's got to sail it into the corner. He's got a full send. Contact made between the 2 of them, and they're able to hold on to it. And Onjak's off. He's wrecked the car. He's not going to make it. So now James Ellison is going to be in the 12th position. So with Onjak's wrecked car, that puts Ellison in the final transfer spot. And I think the spotter, the crew chief, they've got to tell him so that they are good. But now he's trying to make a move to the inside of Foster. Foster, though, he's going to have to hold his ground on the outside line. We've seen that outside line prevail. Ellison just not able to get that corner well. Vince Freeze, though, is right there. Austin Rogers as well. Vince Freeze, he's got to really find a way to get around him. Will he go down to the inside? Oh, he's looking this time around. He's got to move underneath James Ellison. But Tim Foster, though, his car, the tires are so gone in that Hoonigan car, but he's able to hold his ground. He is holding up Ellison and Freeze, but now Tibbs got a really good gap over the 23. Schwalbenberg trying to make a move underneath DeLeo, but Vince Freeze, he's got one more chance. Inside he's gonna go. Vince Freeze trying to steal the spot away from James Ellison. Here they come through the final corners. Marchese wins the LCQ, but here they come. across the strike. It looks to be Foster and Elson able to hold off for the final 2 spots there into the main event. And congratulations to those guys. Well fought battle. Tim Foster, what a defensive drive, able to fend off a plethora of cars, and though at the expense of Peter Onjak there, the contact made might have been some contact there, maybe with Schwalmberg. The 2 Toyotas might have collided, but Vince Freeze oh so short. We're gonna have to see what happened. Anthony Marchese, though, we didn't really put much TV time on them, but you know, the speed is definitely there for the leaders. They were just on a whole different zip code, but again, it's the LCQ. DeMax climbed up. Same with breeding. A lot of drivers climbed up to the occasion, but S3 Motorsports able to get all their cars in. Joseph Strictly Racing able to get Jake Weston, Mac DeLeo in as well, so they are also going to have a very good field day. Flip side, looks like I think all their, well, Miller didn't make it, so that's not going to matter. Monster Energy, Justin Johnson not able to make it. Red Bull, though, heartbreak for them. Onjak looked to be in a good spot. He wrecked the car. And Austin Rogers just only a few spots short. We're going to have to see what happened with Peter Onjak here to see what knocked him out of this really the main event. You see Onjak have a run on Matt DeLeon on the inside. Schwalmberg just right behind him. And you see Onjak checks up a little bit early, but Schwalmberg in process leans on the 6, and by then they get off. And Onjak just in the grass from the loss of traction. He can only do so much. Did a good job of saving the car, but by then there's no grip, and into the tire barriers he goes, and just a tough pill to swallow for Red Bull, and they are not going to be very thrilled with Dylan Schwalmberg there, especially with it being the last lap, and both look to be pretty distant away from Tip Foster and the gang, because they were all just kind of duking it out to and fro. James Ellison was trying to get creative, trying to find a way to get around the 47, because at the time he didn't know he was actually safe after that incident, but or really he thought it was the final spot, but by then you see he made a move to the inside, and Vince Freeze, all these other guys, and we're all just trying to just capitalize there with Onjak's misfortunes. And you see here, look at the run Freeze is gonna get. He's gonna try and set him up here, just utilizing his skills as a Sony Cup driver. Tip Foster just able to defend so efficiently. Austin Rogers, though, was just kind of hoping that these guys mess up. You see Elson just hard on the brakes, late on the brakes he went, able to try and transfer that exit speed on Foster, but it just kind of closes up here. It stalls out when Foster just able to defend and pinch him in the corner. Then watch Vince Freeze, though. He's just gonna wait to make the move here and gonna try and time it perfectly, but here they come towards that right-hander. Freeze just later on the brakes, just trying to get the most out of that 82, but to no avail here. You see Freeze, just a tight corner there. He just couldn't really get the power down. He should have went for it, but I think Freeze knew better of it. I think he thought of the bigger picture. But the regulars there, graceful there, but James Ellison, though, valiant effort, able to fend off a lot of big names here. Vince Freeze, Rogers, Justin Johnson, J.D. Martin. Actually, that 21 car actually ran pretty solid for where it was at, just too far back. Ryan Griffin really struggled. Ryan Reed, there's Amanda Evans, Austin Miller, Commons, Charlie Smith, Stratus DePire, Kyle Springer, Kyle Collins, Rain, all these other guys. Dylan Young was nowhere in this race, as well as Lars Van Schaik, who actually made it to the main event in the Sony Cup Series race, and Onjak finishing a dismal 29th. Even Gonzalez was nowhere as well, but we also noted that Beal and Ard out of the race, but congratulations to Anthony Marchese on winning the LCQ. No burnout here, because they've really got to focus on the main event for really tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Look at the race results. And again, you know who made it into the show, but more or less necessity here, but a big game changer for all these guys. Massive experience boosts and a lot of confidence for some of these drivers in the main event could capitalize and become potential threats for tomorrow's race.